Stove God Cooks is much more than just a coke rapper. In fact, according to A.A. Rashid, Stove is this quantum physicist who has this ability to merge heaven and earth together in a kitchen over a pot. What is good, y'all? It's your boy Mixtape Muff. If you are rocking with this content, go ahead and smash that like button up for your boy. Hitting the like button definitely helps and is greatly appreciated. Also, subscribe if you haven't. But today, I'm going to hit y'all with my thoughts on this new project from Stove God Cooks entitled Stop Calling Me, I'm Cooking. Side A. Syracuse's finest Stove God Cooks, the artist formerly known as Aaron Cooks, is one of the premier coke rap MCs of contemporary time. He has been one of the most talked about in this subgenre of coke rap and also in the underground scene since he dropped his stellar debut, Reasonable Drought, back in 2020. Now, since then, Stove has gone on to become a member of Griselda, hopping on many features as well as appearing on Griselda-related projects. He had also put out If These Kitchen Walls Could Talk back in 2021, but truthfully, I never heard it, primarily due to there being some confusion surrounding whether it was real or not, and it wasn't very easy to access from what I recall either. But his long-awaited Griselda Records debut has yet to officially drop. However, in the meantime, the benevolent Stove God decided to chef up some product in the form of this Stop Calling Me, I'm Cooking Side A. It's just a 7-track EP that was released independently, only available for purchase on the Even app for the price of $25. Now, recall most recently, Jay Skis had dropped his mixtape on the Even app, as well as Ransom Director's Cut 4 well over a year ago. So unless you are willing to pay $25 or unless you are some type of hacking genius, then you're not going to be able to hear this product as it's not on streaming services at the moment. But after looking at the production credits on Genius, it appears that Roc Marciano did all of the beats. So as I said, it's just 7 tracks. And with that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with that track by track breakdown. The opener, Earl the Pearl, is backed by a dusty gospel sample that most will remember hearing from Kanye, as well as that Fab song, Young OG. Stove says on the opening verse, I took the panel off the door so we could soar. Also, Big Homie was gone a decade long. Now we out and belong. Said he can't believe we took it this high off the floor. He thought he would have died in '04 in his Sean John Velour. So that Sean John Velour line definitely gave me a flashback to those times. There's also an interpolation of Goody Mob's Cell Therapy on the hook and some other standout bars from Stove where being broke is childish and God loves children and fools. You'll be alright though. You know that rappers get more life when their eyes closed. So insightful words from Stove. But yeah, overall, a hard-hitting opener with that gospel sample that you just can't miss with. Track 2, Esco Chip Tooth blends more gospel with soul, and it reminds me of a couple of the instrumentals from Reasonable Drought. There is a similar style of a vintage 70s soul where it seemed like Roc was almost channeling RZA to an extent, you know, in terms of the production just being so soulful and gutter at the same time. Stove states, coke cooking on a flame, you know it's doubling. Coke cooking Hall of Fame, you know I'm going in. As well as once upon a time back when Esco had the firm, Stovey had a bird, Snoop had a perm. So you were getting some fun lines like that. Also, I really dug the 50 Nobody Likes Me hook. Following this is Marvin Gaye, which has a fantastic title, by the way. And here we get some soul chops from that classic Motown gem, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. A very well-known sample that surprisingly isn't used all that often, but Roc Marciano chops it up in the dirtiest way possible. And I feel this was screaming for a Raekwon feature as well, especially since Raekwon did that Marvin Gaye track. Some fly lines from Stove were, because I'm cooking more than weighing. They more funny like the weigh-ins. We could have shot them on the weigh-in. You didn't know that's the same trap they put Ye in. I also like how they gonna bury a god deep in the pot, stretching my arms. I made it 14.5 ounces. The scale said 4 on 1, and Mary came on. But yeah, this was a fun, playful record that still had that grimy quality. Immediately after was Socrates, just an interlude with those wise words from A.A. Rashid. Over an uplifting soul sample. And here, Rashid is bigging up Stove God, labeling him a wordplay master and this lyrical scientist. Right after is The Glove, a menacing drumless track. This still ends up being a banger due to Stove's charismatic energy and that hook presence. The hook really goes hard. I baptize bricks, I pray to pianos, I ball like Gary Payton did in Seattle. Let's see how much this scale can handle. Throw some keys on it, throw some keys. I mean, the man really has that innate knack for making these swag heavy charismatic hooks. But overall, this was a hypnotic gutter track that I still consider to be one of the highlights, even though it was short. Second to last song is Baseline Hove, and it's backed by some higher pitched chipmunk soul chops. Stove has the catchy hook. Just me and my brick. I made the block go crazy. Brought the stove back to life. Made the pot go crazy. And there were the witty bars. Can I live? Drop it all. Watch the digi jump. Reggie Miller trying to pace myself. Cookin 31. And you know Stove is a beast with those NBA references. Then this project wraps up with Chapo's Phone. And it has this moody but credits rolling instrumental. I did enjoy this closing record as it was pretty cinematic. But I thought the mixing was a little rough. The volume did come in considerably lower. But Stove has some vivid imagery when the piano hit. Like, bring the pain, please. Dirty cocaine water in the canteen. The re-up was so big, they came 3 vans deep. So, overall, I'm going to give this EP a rating of 4 mics. I thought it was a raw, fun, and dynamic little appetizer to hold the fiends over until the long-awaited Stove Jesus. And with Roc Marciano on the boards, you had a lot of continuation of the nostalgia from their 2020 release. In just 6 actual tracks, there were quite a few quotables to jump out as expected. And Stove continues to demonstrate why his hook game is a major selling point. I also dug the heavy gospel and soul presence to the production. It definitely created a vibe. There was that raw and uncut sound to a lot of the instrumentals, which may have been intentional, but I still think the mixing was a little uneven in a couple spots. But at the end of the day, it is great to get new material from Stove, and it does have me highly anticipating a side B, as well as, of course, that Griselda debut. My favorite tracks include Earl to Pearl, Esco, Chip Tooth, Marvin Gaye, and The Glove. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. I'm signing out, but as always, it's peace and blessings. Stove got cooked. Stop calling me. I'm cooking side A1.